Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today we got a little thing called Canola for EVs. Woo-wee! Let's get on down. Let's figure it out. So let me say one thing right now. The impatience of the media and the impatience of PP the loser and the impatience of people not understanding that things take time to get done. All over the place they're talking about we're going to trade canola tariffs for EV tariffs. That's not happening. I'm telling you right now. And this is why. Need a little bit of context here that nobody wants to talk about. The government can't talk about it, our prime minister, because he's in negotiations, and you don't negotiate in public. Do you understand this, people? I know you want it, and PP the loser's out there is crying like the loser he is. It's just a mamby-pamby loser. I don't know why anyone votes for him. But we're not here to talk about voting. We're here to talk about, will Canada take the tariffs off EVs coming from China in return for all the agriculture tariffs coming off? Well, let me explain something to you. First of all, this EV for canola is not fair. If we take the tariffs off the EVs coming into the country and China takes the tariffs off of the canola, it's not fair. Here's why. First of all, we produce a lot of canola. Currently, right now, the spot price of canola in Alberta is $12.93 a bushel. One bushel is 50 pounds. I don't know what that is, but that's 22.25 kilograms. Okay? There's approximately 46 bushels in a metric ton. This is how it's sold. So when you look at the price, you see 600, 700, 800, 500, 400, whatever it is. They're talking a metric ton. Okay? Shipping's on top of that. And everyone's saying, oh, the farmers are dying, the farmers are dying. No, the farmers are not. First of all, it was $15 a bushel when the tariffs were announced. Now it's $13. Actually, if you sell it forward for November, December, January, if you sell it forward, not spot price, $14 or higher right now. That's a $1 difference per bushel. That's nothing. Well, I don't even know why the media is complaining about it. You were at 15, every farmer knew it was going down to maybe 14 or 13 because of the amount was being produced, and everybody's going into recession, so less is needed. Remember, if your economy is going into recession, you're going to need less. Okay? You're just going to need less. So the less is the problem. The economy is the problem. Nothing to do with us. There's lots of reasons behind that, but just realize economy's weakening. So, this is what Canada's going to do. You want your EVs in with no tariff? Sure. Come and build a plant in Ontario. Because the Americans don't want to make cars here anymore, and the greedy CEOs of those American companies, they're bending the knee because they're scared, they're in debt, they're almost all bankrupt. So they'll do whatever they have to do to stay in business, and they're just greedy no-for-nothings. Stephen Harper, the former Prime Minister of Canada, put $70 billion into the car manufacturers during the financial crisis, and what did we get for it? I think it was a $35 billion loss when he sold all the equity in all those companies. China can come and build EVs here, battery plants here. Okay? Simple as that. If you want to sell in China, you got to go build a factory there. Every major manufacturer in the world has factories in China, building their cars in China. And if you build cars there, say you build 500,000 cars a year there, but they need 2 million cars, you can import the rest. No tariffs because you're building a factory, making that factory bigger, eventually supplying the domestic market and exporting those cars. You get it? That's how China's done things for the last 50 years. Well, China, I'm just letting you know. You want in? You're in. We'll take all the tariffs off, all of them. But here's the deal. BYD, Geely, maybe another one. I want factories in Ontario. I want them. Start building your EVs here. That's right. Build a factory. Get it going. There's lots of them out there for sale that have nothing going on in them. You make the investment in Canada, we'll get rid of the EV tariffs. Simple as that. And then you can get rid of your canola tariffs. Also, this canola tariffs is one of the dumbest, shouldn't say dumbest, The media's taken this canola tariffs permanent, and this is what they didn't talk about. Okay, are you ready for this? China imports. This is really hard to get. How much they import? They say, oh, it's 5 billion of canola a year. Blah blah blah. Doesn't matter. China has a stockpile of canola over the last couple of years because they're smart. They know supply chains sometimes get screwed up, so they have a kind of a little bit of a surplus. And they went out and they bought canola from Australia and a few other places. No way can they replace the amount of canola that comes from Canada to China. But they had a stockpile. So think of it, you went to the gas station and you got a third of a tank of gas to get you full because you already had a 3/4 tank. China didn't have an empty tank of canola and had to go and buy canola from, because there's not enough surplus. They couldn't do it. Even if they wanted to, they couldn't do it. But they had this stockpile that they've been building up. So now, we'll put these tariffs on. There was enough supply out there that they could get what they want for the next year. So they're good until about July or August of next year. And then they're going to need Canadian canola. And the tariff will be gone like that. Oh, sure, they'll buy a little bit at $12, maybe even $11, okay, a bushel. And trust me, Vietnam will buy it or someone else and then ship it to China. Don't give me this. They don't have enough. Okay? It's real simple. And the government knows this. All the governments know how this works. It's the media and the people that don't get it. So, temporarily, they put this on and let's put a little bit of pain in the economy. We'll just have to tell you, whoa. I'm just letting you know right now. I got a big bunch of warehouses. I'll fill them full of canola. You want to sell your canola? It's going to drop to $5, some guy said the other day. You want to sell your canola for $5 a bushel? I got all the money in the world to buy it. I'm not even going to sell it to anybody else. I'm just going to store it until next year, and then I'll get $15 a bushel. Because you won't plant canola next year, and so there will be none, and the price will go through the roof, and I'll sell it then. I don't care. Just got to make money off you for panicking. So this is the deal with China and Canada. I don't have anything against China. I don't have anything against them at all. But you want to play, you think you got a big stick like the Americans? Well, guess what? I'm willing to take some pain. I grew up in the 80s. And this is what people have forgotten. They don't remember what the 80s were like. They were terrible. From 1981 all the way to 1989. The 80s where I live were terrible. 20% interest rates, 15% unemployment, no jobs anywhere. I was in IT, so I had a job, but nobody else did. You had to work 3 jobs, blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? You're going to bring that pain back? Bring it on. I'm okay with it. Oh, yeah, I'm in my 60s now, and I'll have to put up with the pain again. But the cycle repeats when you don't remember. So for all you people out there think that we're going to trade canola for EVs, you're wrong. Not going to happen. You come and build some factories here. Battery factories, manufacturing, assembly. In Canada, I would say a run rate of 2 million cars a year total. Come on, import. We've got 2 million cars a year being made in Canada. They're all going to be EV, all different kinds, shipped to the world. Shipped to all the North American markets with our free trade agreements. That's what's the deal. You don't want to do that? You can keep your EVs. I don't want them. I don't care. Don't care either way. You want in? We can get you in. So thank you for tuning in. This is the China EV for canola trade. It's not. And it's not fair if we were to do that. Saskatchewan and Manitoba premiers are just a bunch of mamby-pamby crybabies, especially that Saskatchewan one. He doesn't know nothing. He got his kickback when he went over there. Talked to those people. Yeah, y'all know why he went over there. How much of a kickback are you going to give me to go out and try and promote this? EVs for canola. And I'm looking at the spot price right now going, I don't see a problem. Oh, everyone would love $15 or the financially manipulated $25 a bushel of 2022, which we have never been even half of that since then. I mean, nowhere close. 15, 16 is the most for canola since that manipulation that happened at the end of COVID. So, This is the reality we live in. If you're growing canola next year as a farmer, you better think twice about that, because I would not grow canola next year. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you understand the difference between EV tariffs and canola tariffs, because one has nothing to do with the other and they're not equal. So if it's equal, let's get her done. And it'll get done, but not in the time you want. Have a great weekend. It's windy, it's cold where I am. I've got a few carrots left to dig up, but if I don't get to them, it doesn't matter. Got lots in the freezer. And I'll see you in the future. White and dark. It's like I'm a Star Trekker. White, black. Did you see section 13? Ha! Have a great day.